What is up, Pokemon Go family? It is your boy, the Ghoul Guy, back at you guys yet again with another video, and today we are going to be discussing Pokemon Go Fest 2025, going to be happening in Osaka. We got Paris, and as well as Jersey, and as well, of course, we're going to have the Global Go Fest. We're pretty much just going to go through all of the information that we have about the Go Fest here, coming up not too long. Like, I'm actually super excited. I'm going to be going to the Jersey Go Fest, so definitely if you see me out there, definitely give me a holler. Definitely if you recognize me anyway, give me a holler. That would be awesome to actually meet you guys in person. But yes, we are going to be going to Jersey. That is going to be super awesome, but let's go over the information that we have here today. All right, so first off, let's start off with Osaka. It starts May 29th, 12:01 a.m. local time to Sunday, and then we got June 1st, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. local time. That is when the Osaka one is going to be taking place. Essentially, if you do want to go to that event, you're going to have to buy a ticket, of course, and it's going to feature a brand new legendary Volcanion, which essentially is going to be a water and fire type. Looks freaking amazing. Can't wait to actually get my hands on that one. I believe it's going to be in a special research for anybody going to Go Fest, which is awesome. That is going to be really cool, and as well going to be featuring two brand new shiny Pokemon. It's going to be shiny Carbink, and as well going to be shiny Frigibax. Two brand new shinies. I love these shinies so much because Frigibax basically just gets like a really cool like bluish look. I'll kind of pop it up here, and as well Carbink is pretty much just blue. It's like a blue diamond. It's like dark blue if I'm not mistaken, but really cool shinies to look out for. And of course Frigibax has 3 evolutions, so definitely look out for that. You definitely want all 3 of the evolutions shiny, and as well it's going to be featuring Zacian and Zamazenta, their shield and as well as sword forms. So essentially it's going to be their powered up forms, which is going to be really cool. And also too, brand new information, apparently you are going to be able to use the Zamazenta and as well as the Zacian that you actually have already, so you do not need to get a brand new Zacian nor Zamazenta to actually, you know, essentially power up and, you know, it's kind of like a mega evolution in a sense, but it's like their own special like evolution. I'm trying to think of a Pokemon that we had recently that kind of like resembles this. Not a fusion essentially, but something that just kind of powers up. I don't think this might actually be the first time actually having that. I might be wrong. Correct me down in the comments. But anyway, apparently, if I'm not mistaken, from what I heard, they're going to be used like they actually even have like a special effect where essentially you're going to be able to use that effect in raids. So I believe with Zacian, you're going to be able to do more damage when you actually use the effect. You're going to be able to do more damage in raids, which is going to be sick. And then with Zamazenta, you're going to be, I believe, going to be able to take more damage, you know, because it's the shield Pokemon. So that's going to be really cool, very awesome. And of course they're going to be shiny from the raids, like potentially shiny from the raids. So definitely a really cool Pokemon to actually raid for. That's going to be freaking sick. If you do get the raid lover ticket, essentially you will be able to get 18 per day, 18 raid passes per day, which is really cool. So yeah, definitely something to look out for sure. They look freaking sick. Cannot wait. I have a hundo of both Zamazenta and as well as Zacian. I cannot wait to power them up and actually be able to use these forms because apparently they're really strong. They're going to be super strong in the game. Cannot wait. Now let's get into what's going to be in the wild. Essentially there's going to be separate zones, essentially, and as I said, this is going to be for Osaka. So essentially, let's just go through that real quick. Essentially, the first habitat, we have the Claiming Tea House habitat, where essentially you're going to be able to get Chansey, Snorlax, Meryl, Corsola, Chimecho, Munna, Furfrou, Swirlix, Cutiefly, Murlow, I can never pronounce that, properly. Anyway, we got Komala, Jangmaho, and as well as Hadina. Those can all, well, all be shiny except for Hadina because it has not been shiny yet. And as well, you might also encounter Drampa shiny, which is also pretty sick. Another habitat from Osaka. So we got the Carnival Grounds habitat. Carnival Grounds habitat is going to have Heracross, Teddiursa, Scraggy, Solosis. We got Vanillite, Female Frillish, Male Frillish, Elgin, Dewpider, Togedemaru, Citadel, Frigibax, and as well as Slugma. And you're also may have an encounter with Turtonator. Pretty much everything on this list can be shiny, which is going to be sick. And then next we're going to have the Noble Fields habitat, where you're going to have Galarian, Farfetch, Dunsparce, Timber, Carablast, Shelmet, Pawniard, Flabebe, White Flower Flabebe. We got Skidoo, Fromantis, Squavette, Wooloo, Phalanx, and as well as Smoliv, with special encounters of Drudagon. All can be shiny on this list as well. And then last habitat, we got the Sunken Treasures habitat, where we're going to have Totodile, Corphish, Finian, Basculin blue striped, Basculin red striped, Inkay, Binacle, Skrelp, Clauncher, Carbink, Wimpod, Sandygas, and Wiglet. The special Pokemon in this habitat will be Rockruff. Now, in terms of shinies on this one, pretty much everything can be shiny except for the Wiglet, because of course Wiglet has not been featured shiny yet. But yeah, that is all for Osaka, and pretty much what we're going to do here, we're just going to transition over to the other Go Fests. Here, we're going to transition over to the other Go Fests and check out what they have. I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty similar. Let's check it out. So we're going to go to Jersey. Jersey is going to be the next one, starting from June 6th all the way to June 8th. That is the one I'm going to be personally going to. Let's check out the actual wild spawns there. We're pretty much going to get everything in terms of the new featured shinies. Obviously everything with Zacian and Zamazenta getting their crown, shield, and sword forms. Same thing, right? And in terms of the habitats, right? Everything is exactly the same except for the first habitat. So let's go over the first habitat for Jersey City. So for Jersey City, basically the difference, you're not going to get Snorlax, and if I'm not mistaken, there's a couple Pokemon you're not going to get from Jersey than you would get from Osaka. But anyway, let's go through the list real quick. Alright, so we got Meowth, Hoppip, Chimecho, Beldum, Ferroseed, Clink, Galarian Stunfisk, Golett, Heatmore, Durant, Jangmaho, Phalanx, and as well as Tadbulb, with special spawns being Bombirder. But yeah, pretty much the spawns are a little different. They're definitely different than what you would get in Osaka. I personally like the Osaka spawns from this the first habitat that they had more than I like the Jersey one. But I will say we do get Beldum, which is nice. They don't get Beldum, and we do get Chimecho. I do not have a shiny Chimecho yet. I would love to actually get a shiny Chimecho. But yeah, other than that, really the spawns aren't like the greatest. They're not amazing. I would also like a shiny Bombardier anyway, but in terms of like between the two, like obviously Osaka's first habitat spawns are a little better, but in terms of every other habitat, they're exactly the same. Like everything I just talked about in terms of the other habitats spawns, they're exactly the same spawns that you're going to be able to get in Jersey, which is cool. And then last but not least, let's go ahead and go into Paris. Well, not exactly last. We're going to go over global as well. Let's go into Paris because I believe Paris also, their first habitat also is a little different. So let's go into that one real quick. Alright, so their first habitat is called the Ancient Temple. And maybe that's why they all have different spawns, because they are different habitats in general. So that might be why. But anyway, theirs is called the Ancient Temple. They got Rhyhorn, Sableye, Duskull, Chimecho, Scorpy, Drillbur, Archin, Gothita, Golett, Rufflet, Phantump, Jangmo, Grievard, and as well as Sandile. The special spawn is Sandile anyway, but those are the spawns there. Everything can be shiny except for the Grievard that it shows on this list anyway. I know a lot of people are spectating that Grievard should be shiny, but it doesn't show that it's going to be shiny here. So, you know, it looks like it's not going to be shiny. But anyway, basically each habitat you might also encounter these unknown as well. You got unknown S, W, O, R, D, H, I, E, L, question mark, and as well as exclamation point, which is kind of crazy. But all can be shiny except for W. I guess W has not been shiny yet. That's interesting to me. But everything else basically can be shiny, which is really cool. I believe last time during GoFest New York, I was able to actually get the shiny question mark, which is freaking sick. I would love to get the other one here, the exclamation point there. That would be freaking awesome as well. But yeah, that's really good in terms of the unknowns. And as well, you're going to be able to encounter, looks like basically Spinda. Looks like Spinda will appear at each habitat. Take a close look at each pattern you found. You can check Spinda's Pokédex entry to see which ones you've caught. So there's basically going to be a different basically pattern effects of different Spindas that you're going to be able to see. And then there's apparently a special form of Spinda that basically is only going to be available in Osaka. So definitely look out for that one as well. That is really cool. And then of course you're going to be able to actually get Howlucha. Howlucha is also going to be making an appearance during the GoFest. Basically, mainly this Pokemon is only seen in Mexico, but now you're going to be able to encounter this Pokemon in Osaka. That is going to be sick. But basically, yeah, it's going to be making a special appearance in each habitat. So pretty much no matter which habitat you're going to be in, you're going to be able to find a Howlucha, which is going to be sick. And then of course there's going to be snapshots, of course, which is going to be awesome. Usually with snapshots you're basically going to be able to get a Rotom. This time it's going to be the brand new Rotom. Well, I'm going to say not brand new to Pokemon in general, but brand new to Pokemon Go anyway. But basically it's going to be the fan Rotom. I forgot what they call it specifically. Subject apart, yeah, Fan Rotom, there we go. Fan Rotom may appear in snapshots as a surprise encounter during in-person Pokemon Go Fest events. So that's really cool. So definitely get your snapshots in if you do want the Fan Rotom. That's going to be freaking awesome. And then basically just going to be a bunch of field researches, of course, collection challenges, of course. And then of course we're going to have also some bonus features. So there's going to be some event themed Pokemon will appear in the park venue habitat. So of course there's going to be different, like, you know, probably like Pikachu and everything like that, Eevees probably, different themes for that as well. You're going to have increased chances of encountering shiny Pokemon. Of course, if you have the ticket, that's guaranteed you're going to have that. There's going to be half hatch distance for eggs placed in incubators during the event, which is also really good because, you know, there's probably going to be a bunch of Pokemon obviously in eggs you're definitely going to want to hatch, especially if you want shinies. And then we got special research leading to an encounter with Volcanion. So that's Volcanion, basically what I was saying in the beginning of this video here. We got event themed stickers available from Pokestops and gifts, 2-hour lore module duration, and as well as habitat themed collection challenges. And then basically we're going to have 3 surprise encounters with Ghost Snapshot, which I believe those are going to be the Rotom, and 2 times catch candy as well. They do also say you're going to have up to 9 free raid passes per day when you spend photo discs at gyms, up to 6 special trades per day, which is pretty awesome. I believe last we were at the Go Tour and we were doing a whole bunch of trades there. There's usually like tents set up so that, you know, essentially people can, you know, trade with each other, because I know there's a lot of people that don't really have a lot of people that they can trade with. It's a really good time to actually trade with a bunch of people, strangers that you've never met before, you can make friends with. Really cool time. And decreased Stardust costs for special trades. That's awesome. That's a really cool bonus. And then you're able to open 40 gifts per day, and there's featured attacks available. And then then let's go over the Global Go Fest, the Worldwide Go Fest, which should be going on from June 28th to June 29th. Oh, if I missed, my bad. If I missed the Paris one is June 13th all the way to June 15th. My bad. I apologize on that. But Paris Go Fest is June 13th to June 15th. And then basically the Global Worldwide Go Fest, let's go over the spawns there, because the Global Go Fest, the spawns are a little different. Basically for the Global, of course, everybody's gonna still get Volcanion and everything like that, still through a special research. Now going down the list there, of course, you're still gonna be able to get a chance of a shiny Carbink and shiny Frigibax, which is gonna be cool too. So basically we're gonna have different raids. So basically let's go through the raids real quick. So 1-star raids, we're gonna have Frigibax. 3-star raids, it's a mystery. We don't know what the 3-star raids are going to be yet. We got 5-star raids, of course, is going to be the Crowned Shield Zamazenta, and that's on Saturday. So Zamazenta is going to be Saturday. Sunday looks like it's going to be Zacian, so Crowned Sword Zacian on Sunday. So definitely Saturday and Sunday, very important days for you to actually get that energy if you do plan on participating in the Global Go Fest. And then of course, same thing, there's going to be an event themed Pokemon within the wild, same with all the other ones there. But essentially we're gonna have the Moonless Volcano, we're gonna have the Galvic Dojo, the Hypnotic Tundra, and as well as the Fey Swamp. Now the Moonless Volcano is going to be from 10 a.m. to 10 to 11 a.m. and 2 to 3 p.m. local time. Galvanic Dojo is going to be from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. local time. Hypnotic Tundra is going to be from 12 p.m. To 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time. And then we have the Fey Swamp, which is going to be 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. local time. Now let's go over the spawns, because of course the spawns for these habitats are going to be way different than the actual in-person ones, but let's go through it. Okay, so basically for the Moonless Volcano habitat, we're going to have Houndour, Numel, Duskull, Gothita, Golett, Fletchling, Flabebe, Redflower, Skrelp, and as well as Fuecoco with the special spawn of Carbink. So essentially everything here can be shiny as well, especially the Carbink. That is going to be in that habitat, which is really cool. Okay, yeah, so it looks like on Saturday as well there's going to be some more spawns. So essentially you're going to have a chance to get Chansey, Skarmory, Larvitar, Shieldon, Shelmet, Volibee, Oranguru, and as well as Goomy, special spawn of Goomy. Looks like on Sunday you're going to have Galarian, Farfetch, Cubone, Ralts, Carablast, Pawniard, Dino, Passimian, and as well as Jangmaho. And then basically these are going to be the incense encounters. Okay, so Skidoo and Klefki are going to be incense encounters, which is going to be pretty cool. So as long as you have your incense, you are going to be able to catch these Pokemon, and looks like they are going to be shiny except for Klefki. So essentially, basically when you use your incense during the Moonless Volcano habitat, you're going to be able to encounter Torkoal. During the Galvanic Dojo habitat, you're going to be able to encounter Skidoo. During the Hypnotic Tundra habitat, you're going to be able to encounter Pachirisu, and they're all shiny eligible. And then the last one, the Fey Swamp, you're going to be able to encounter Klefki. And as I said, this is all as long as you use your incense with that to actually catch those Pokemon. And additionally, for the ticket holders, of course, you're going to be able to get the unknown. So we got unknown DEHILS, and as well we're going to have DOR SW, and they're pretty much all, as I said, all shiny eligible except for the W, but you won't get the question mark nor the exclamation point. So yeah, so definitely you're not going to get that, but essentially you are going to be able to get the other one shiny except for W. And same thing in terms of snapshots, you are going to be able to get a surprise encounters in Go with snapshots. I'm pretty sure that's going to be still the Fan Rotom 1 hour lure module duration. I think that's a little different from in-person. I believe you get 2 hours, you get 1 hour here. Party play duration increased hours of 8, so 8 hour basically party play duration. And then you get increased chance of encountering shiny Pokemon, of course, same thing as the actual in-persons. Special research, of course, to get Volcanion. Special research, branching paths for the Sword and Shield Pokemon. We got different Pokemon with will be attracted to incense, so definitely you're gonna pop that incense, you're going to be able to encounter different Pokemon, of course, as we just talked about. Hourly global challenges with exciting rewards Saturday and Sunday, habitat themed collection challenges, and 3 surprise encounters with the Go Snapshot. That is going to be the Rotom fan. And your buddy will gain more hearts with all friendship activities. So definitely, if you do plan on party playing, looks like you are going to be able to actually get your buddy to actually get more hearts, which is cool. Up to 9 free raid passes per day by spinning photo discs at gyms. Open up 40 gifts per day, up to 6 special trades per day, half Stardust cost per trade, which is cool. I'm glad they actually included that for Global Go Fest as well. That is pretty sick. But anyway, let's end it off. Let's talk about the other habitats real quick that we're gonna have for the Global before we end it here. So we just talked about the Moonless Volcano, which as you can already probably just go back to that one with the everything we just talked about there. But the Galvanic Dojo habitat, essentially we're gonna get Machop, Electabuzz, Teddiursa, Scraggy, Chespin, Flabebe, Yellowflower, Pancham, Dedenne, and Crabrawler. And as well, special spawning of Mindfu, which is really cool because I do not have a shiny Mindfu yet. That would be awesome to actually try to get. And then the habitat, the Hypnotic Tundra habitat, we got Alolan Sandshrew, Swinub, we got Spheal, Piplup, Snover, Muna, Elgyem, Flabebe, Blue Flower, and as well as Bergmite, with special spawning of Frigiback. So definitely really cool one to actually go out for, because that's going to be the new pseudo legendary shiny, definitely to look out for sure in the Hypnotic Tundra habitat. Yeah, I don't think anything else. Yeah, everything else can be shiny in that habitat, of course. Then, of course, we got the Habitat Fey Swamp, which is going to have the Clefairy, Tentacool, Mawile, Gulpin, the Venipede, Poplio, Marini, Murlow, and with special encounters of Togetic and Flabebe Orange Flower. All can be shiny eligible from this habitat. And then also too, if you do want early access to a Skidoo, you do have to buy the GoFest ticket. You got to buy it between April 15th. Let me see. GoFest Global ticket, but yeah, by April 15th. And play Pokemon Go between April 8th all the way to April 15th. So, okay, so you got to play it in between those times to actually get the ticket, but you do have to get it by April 15th. So if you don't already have the ticket by then, definitely a good time. Like, basically, if you don't have the ticket, you only have a couple of days for you to actually get this Skidoo early anyway. It will be spawning globally eventually, so you're not really missing out on much, but if you do want it early, that is your opportunity. All right, you guys, that is it in terms of the GoFest events. It is looking very interesting, very awesome. We are getting some very strong Pokemon, some very cool Pokemon, and a lot of shiny chances, with some mythicals, some legendaries. It's just gonna be a good time. But anyway, definitely let me know what you guys think of the GoFest events down below in the comments. Definitely would like to know what you are most excited for. I am excited to get a brand new legendary, and as well to get those Zamazenta, well, to get the Zamazenta, and as well as the Zacian, the crown shield forms. That is just going to be super sick. But anyway, that is it. That is the end of the video. Definitely leave me a like and subscribe to the channel, as it helps the channel grow, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, peace out.